How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So it's been over a year now with the Golf GTI, and it's about time that I say I got another car. Golf has been perfect as a daily driver, but it was time I got something different. And as much as I wanted to keep the Golf, I figured it's time to try something else out. So along with it, I ended up getting a Nissan 350Z. Don't know what suckered me into that, but I wasn't even looking for a car, and here I am. I have a 350Z. Now, of course, this doesn't mean the end for the Golf. The Golf will stay for quite some time, hopefully, unless something else changes in my mind. But I have plenty of videos coming up for it, so I've got a lot of time to a lot of things, coming up that are basically mods. So be on the lookout for those. I'm having a hard time editing, and this whole past like 2 months has been just so stressful for me. I'm officially married, so it feels weird to say that. My wife, Alyssa, lives with me, and so we've been doing all that, handling the wedding, got married, went on a honeymoon, and I'm back. And with that, I have a 350Z. I bought that actually before I got married on the 20th, so I bought it probably 2 months before that, but I've been slowly building it back together. You'll see here, I'll throw in some clips, but I basically had to do a lot of resealing. It had a leaky rear main seal, which I got out. It has the stock clutch, so I put that back in because I kind of wanted to see what that felt like driving on a completely stock car. Which, I mean, the Golf was stock basically, but this is like bone stock. So that's the original Cats, as you can see. Not only that, I did the valve cover gaskets. Both valve cover gaskets and valve covers have been changed. Resealed the lower oil pan. I actually ended up resealing the O-ring on the oil cooler sandwich plate, so that's been done. And literally the only thing that's aftermarket on it currently, other than obviously the wheels, which are ZM23 Z1 wheels, I have a Y-pipe back Nismo S-Tune exhaust. Not much more different from stock. It's slightly louder because whoever had it before, the Resonator Delete, it's not mine, it's Z1's, but it will be going back to Z1 once I change it up. I just wanted something other than the, what you'll see here, the muffler delete that the previous owner had done. It was super rattly, not bad sounding, pretty muffled for being a muffler and basically Resonator Delete, but I really didn't want it to rattle like crazy. So got the Nismo S-Tune, gave it a nice stock kind of sound, or a stock look, just to go with the stock parts that this car has. Completely stock. You'll see the engine bay here. I mean, I've cleaned it up tremendously. It's still burning oil because DE things, but just to go over this car and just so you guys can have a look at it, let me pull this off and I'll show you more about the Z. All right, that's right, completely stock. I wasn't kidding. Has the Z1 coolant hoses, PCV hoses, everything, all kinds of Z1 hoses on there just to update them all. A lot of them were old, brittle, and all that. I replaced this plastic cover here because this was broken, put a new battery in it because it was absolutely dead. But it's been completely updated. I've already got tons of plans for it. One thing that I've done, which I'm trying to find out what keeps rubbing on it, but I have this Z1 air guide. I think something on the hood that shouldn't be is touching it. Looks like it's that guy right there. So That's okay. That'll happen. I've been pretty impressed with this car. It feels great. It definitely needs an alignment, which I'm getting tomorrow, but it's got my friend Nick's ZM23s on there. The GTCs that were on it, my Volks, they are currently waiting on a part to keep them from leaking air. The valve stem seal is bad, so getting a new valve stem for the GTC specifically, they're very peculiar on that. So one other thing that happened, this car, when I got it, was, like I said, completely stock, but it wasn't without its issues. For instance, the side skirt was missing. You'll see here, I replaced it with a completely used side skirt. I picked up a pair of them from North Carolina for like 40 bucks. Completely cleaned it up and it looks great. It's also, as you can see, has a different color door. I don't know what happened. I think it was hydroplaned at one point, so the door was messed up, but that was already on there. All I had to do was put the interior in, which I have put the interior in. So it's got the full interior in there, and it just really needs a deep clean on the inside. Otherwise, it literally feels stock. I can feel, just from all of the stuff I've done on G's and Z's and stuff, it feels completely stock. So we'll be changing that very soon. But to start off with, when I picked it up, it had 182,000 miles on it. So it's a very high mileage, 2005 DE non-rev up, 6-speed manual, base 350Z. Picked it up for about $3 grand. So this will be the start of the $3,000 350Z build series. One thing that we're going to be doing today is, it's getting kind of dark, so I hope this light's good, but we're going to be doing hatch poppers. Pick these up at Z1 along with some Z1 hatch struts because these don't really do that well. But not only that, something very special, and how I want to continue this build, going forward, being the utmost, I want to say, special kind of build as possible. I won't be throwing cheap parts on here. Nothing cheap. I'm only going to be looking at the most, I want to say, more rare, more genuine parts. So we picked up what is now officially unobtainable unless you buy used. One of the last new sets, of J-Spec JDM taillights for the 350Z. That's right. These, I watched these right before and right as I got this car go discontinued. We found one more set and I snagged them. So this is like the last time this is the last time anyone's ever going to be able to buy them new. So they're discontinued from Nissan. These are straight from Japan. I've already checked them out. They look fantastic. So as we get the build going, you guys are going to get to see them. And installing them shouldn't be too hard. I know there's a little slight modification I got to do to the OEM harness on this to make it fit, because the harness or the connectors have a slight difference in clips, but shouldn't be too bad from what my manager told me. He's like, yeah, I installed these in a parking lot with a screwdriver. I was like, all right, shoot. So let's get started with that. All right, and guys, I do apologize too about the lighting, and the camera quality. This is on my iPhone because once again, or not once again, but I haven't found a great solid way to film and edit on my camera. I know how to film very well on my camera, but editing, this isn't really a cinematic video. I'm not stressing about it, honestly. So on each headlight, or on each taillight, there's going to be 3 different little covers for the bolts. They're 10 mil bolts. You'll just pop these right off. Be careful not to break them. They are plastic, so you can break them, but they hide the bolts really well, kind of make it a nice clean look. So I'd suggest keeping them as well as possible, unless you're drifting the car and you just don't care. But why are you putting J-Spec taillights on a drift car? If you break these taillights, the community will be after you. But we're gonna loosen these 3 10mm bolts. You're gonna pick it up around this area, kind of around here too. Hold on, okay, around this tail area, you'll pick up. It's got 2 clips that are going in at like a slight angle this way. So you'll pick that up and then get your hand under here and pick it up there, boom. done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the bulbs out just to get this taillight out of the way. And there's nothing wrong with this taillight. If you like the factory ones, they're not bad. It's just they're kind of basic. And I saw a picture of my color with the J-Spec taillights, and this is, by the way, KY0, the most rarest silver you can get now because it was made 2005 and earlier. 2006 they updated to a KY or K23, which is what that door is. Slightly brighter silver. They look so similar until you see them next to each other. You cannot get this paint code any longer for touch-up paints. So anyways, on my paint code KY0, the J-Spec taillights look amazing. Here are the two clips right here. They're literally just, these bulbs just twist and pull out. Now there's a connector that it mentioned, which I need to open these up, and we'll show you a first look real quick at the taillights. And it's really cool. These come with their own Japanese stuff I cannot read, instruction manual. But yeah, I'm gonna set this right here. I don't want to get it too dirty because I like the way it looks, so I don't want to have to. I kind of want to keep it, but I hope this is the correct side. This is the passenger side, but here you go. These look freaking awesome. They have the red on the bottom, but they're like a chrome housing, and oh my god, they look awesome. They're LEDs, bulbs. So no more bulbs going out. On the main one, these little tabs on the sides, right here, here, and here, do not line up. Literally just gonna take a razor blade, or I would prefer you use a Dremel to be safe because a razor blade could easily cut you in this process, but you're literally gonna trim them off. I'm gonna do that real quick. I already installed the other side just to see and make sure I did it right. But I'm gonna do this real quick and I'll show you all the aftermath. Okay. So not the cleanest work, I'm gonna be honest with you, but took that side off the best I could, and then took this upper corner off. So now it should just clip right in. For some reason, when they updated to the HRs, and I think even on JDM it's slightly different from HRs, but even USDM HR taillights are different harnesses. So this should still plug in and seal perfectly fine and have no wiggle room. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in. This guy, I don't think it does anything. So well, in my case, it doesn't. So I'm not worried about it. Clip. Perfect. Just gonna take the 10 mil, tighten these bolts back down. There we go. Perfect. All right, so that is the JDM taillights. We'll close the hatch. Dude, those look so much nicer. All right, I'm gonna turn the lights on so y'all can see how they look. Cool deal. I hope that looked good because I didn't even get to see it. All right, so I will admit, not everyone's cup of tea is going to be the clear lens type taillights. I had them on my G35, some Spider, or Specti, I think it was Spider taillights, and they had like the rising sun design. I thought they were cool at the time. I didn't like them after a while, but these look good. In person, they look good. I don't know how well y'all can see me. In person, they look good, but obviously on the camera, they're very, very like hazy looking. All right, guys, my apologies. I did not get to film the install of this because I ran out of storage. But anyways, we've installed way better. Z1 heavy duty hatch poppers. It currently had the OEMs, which I guess were just getting way too squishy. They feel stiff to me, but I don't know. They weren't doing the job. And then we installed Z1 hatch struts. As you can see, before I was like barely able to hold them up. It was barely holding it up. Now it's like, it carries itself the rest of the way up. So there's that. Sorry again, I didn't get to film this, but at least we got the taillight install done, so that's good. Anyways, yeah, I think that's it for the beginning of this video. I am gonna take y'all for a quick ride tomorrow, and then we will end the video off from there. So. It is loud. Me and Brandon are gonna go for a ride. He rode up on the motorcycle, but I can't fit on that. So we're gonna go for a ride in the Z, get her cleaned up a little bit more, and see how she feels. It's stock. It feels good though. Definitely, it's cool. I can see the gauge working now. The oil pressure gauge, so that's functional. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Stock suspension, it's not even lower, no control arms, nothing. I got the alignment fixed, so it's aimed straight now. But yeah, it feels good. I'm used to having like high flow or catless. This one definitely is kind of restricted there, but it's all right. It'll be fine. We'll get working on that at some point in this build series, but yeah, let's hit up a back road. Woo! Gotta remember, there's stock brakes. Feels weird not being planted to the ground, like the center mass is not like as low as I'm used to.
Still feels like it handles really good though.
Yeah, it doesn't handle bad at all. I can get where people were like they were driving this car and they were like, yeah, this is a very engaging feel. Like the shifter feels good. It's completely stock shifter, bushings, everything. They're probably worn out compared to like a new set, obviously, but everything feels like it's got a good like weight transfer and everything. I'm not going super fast because I'm just not comfortable. I'm not wanting to push the car past its limits, knowing that what I'm used to.
Unless you had the G.
Oh yeah, that would have been absolutely fast. How does that feel to you?
And I haven't been in a Z other than Pills.
His was unfortunately kind of clapped,
Yeah.
but
I mean, going from that to like, well, I guess stock, but you're gonna do stuff to it. Nah, honestly, like for first time being in a Z, like fully, like, and then getting on it on the back road.
yeah.
Hey, it feels good.
And
It
I
definitely feels planned. Like I mean, like you said, or like I said, you're gonna do stuff to it, but for what it like for just like a baseline,
yeah,
it feels good.
I have diff bushings and a diff brace sitting in the back there because I do get a thud whenever I shift because the bushings for the diff are kind of shot. But you know, I agree. Like, it's a good baseline feeling, get an understanding of how the car feels before you just throw a bunch of stuff at it. You know, a lot of people, like I did with the G especially, just threw a bunch of mods at it and don't know what they're really changing, how it affects the car.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see.
That boy chirping.
Well, it is a base, so there's no traction control from the factory.
Yeah, that thing went up. That thing moves.
Yeah, it's not bad. So let's see if we can get a flyby.
Yeah, my bad. I'm coughing.
All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for that video. Now that the JDM taillights are installed, I fixed my oil pressure sensor. Car's basically up and ready to go. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one. And this, like I said, is the start of the $3,000 350Z build series.